This is your weekly global sailing highlights show, The World on Water, for July 11, 2025. After seemingly being starved of boisterous, top-end conditions for some years, now Ocura's sled crew have been relishing a return to big breezes and big waves. The American-flagged and international crewed 2021 circuit and world champions once more underlined their skill and strength in the big stuffs on the Atlantic waters off Cascais, Portugal, when they won the first race in style and then took a third to lead the 2025 Rolex TP52 World Championship by a single point ahead of Jean-Luc Petithugenin's Paprec.
Everyone in the world of Grand Prix sailing comes to Cascais in Portugal for wind, and it's windy. It's going to be windy, it's going to be wavy, and there's really high hopes for this Rolex TP2 World Championship 2025. We've got 11 boats competing from 9 different nations. We have 4 past or present world champions. Will there be a 5th? So the first race of the World Championship, the conditions are fantastic. Breeze is at 3:30, about 20 to 22 knots on the start line. 1.8 mile beat off the start line. Well, it's all about getting out to the right early. Sled got a great start along with Allegra. Gladiator are not too bad off the pin end of the line and round the top mark after a good beat. Sled leading from Allegra, then Gladiator, Platoon and American Magic all overlapped. But Sled jump away down the first run with a big acceleration, great conditions, and have a big lead by the leeward gate through the finish line. It's a win for Sled. Allegra gets second, American Magic third, but a technical breakdown for the 3 times world champions Platoon Aviation, who come through in 11th. Second race of the day, Breeze is the same direction, probably a little bit more on the start line. American Magic make a nice start and up the first beat. They are the early leaders. It's a battle between Sled and Paprec and Allegra all the way up the first beat. But round the top mark, a nice lead for American Magic. Sled round in second, Paprec in third. And it's American Magic leading all the way and down the final run until Paprec catching them. Paprec just managed to overpower American Magic to take their first win of the season for Paprec. American Magic gets second, Sled get third and lead the regatta. So after 2 races, Sled leading on 4 points, Paprec second on 5 points, and American Magic third also on 5 points.
In front of a large crowd that turned out despite the reduced visibility, the 11 IMOCA boats crossed the start line slowly, hinting at a showdown as breathtaking as it will be unforgiving. From the very first miles, the English Channel is asserting itself as a true strategic battlefield, where the current, often stronger than the wind, can turn even the slightest decision into a decisive blow and make every mistake unforgivable. The race is sailing neck and neck around the British Isles. In the early race, it's a close and steady match race between Jan Ellie's Association, Petit Princes, Quegina, and Thomas Ruyens, Vulnerable, captured during La Course des Caps. They are sailing side by side.
Est-ce qu'on peut se rezoomer sur nous pour voir les AIS et se remettre une vague? Là, le mec au vent, là, on va le passer ou ça doit être... Ça va Hello, ça marche bien? Ah, là on est portière, on aime bien ça avec le Gaston. On est en train d'essayer d'optimiser le vol du bateau, c'est au-dessus de vulnérable. Donc ici on est assez collé depuis le début là. Petit peloton de tête avec Massif, Holcim, vulnérable, nous et Malidja qui tient aussi derrière. Donc voilà, on essaye de grappiller, on se renvoie la balle pas mal. Donc, moyenne masculine c'est 84, on est 92. Là-bas on va aller chercher la bascule en fait.
For the second successive day of racing at Porto's 52 Super Series Sailing Week, the 2023 Circuit Champions Platoon Aviation were Boat of the Day, top scorers among the 13-boat fleet from 9 nations. With a fourth and a first, Harm Müller-Sprier's German flag team extend their margin at the top of the standings to 11 points as their high level of consistency starts to bite, suggesting they now really do have the measure of their potent new boat which they launched in the spring.
Day 2 of the Rolex TP52 World Championships. Less wind today, big variations in terms of wind strength. Sleder at the top of the table. Paprec had a great race win yesterday, and American Magic chasing hard. Sparkling conditions for race number 3, breeze about 18-19 knots on the start line, still from around about 3:30 off the start line. American Magic get away nicely and lead up the first beat. Round the top mark, American Magic leading Phoenix. Pravet's around in a close third place, Paprec in fourth. Down the first run will American Magic jibe off early and go out to the left. They actually make a big gain, as do Vayu. Vayu come back from 7th to 2nd through the leeward gate, chased by Phoenix, but through the finish line it's a win for American Magic. Phoenix gets second and Vayu third. American Magic take the lead in the Rolex TP52 World Championships. So the second race of the day, race 4, the breeze is actually slightly further to the left, 315 degrees. And what's interesting on this start line is American Magic stays second row to be able to thread the needle through the fleet on port tack, and they get out to the right early, but Paprec also have a good start. Round the top mark was Paprec leading, Vayu get round second, American Magic in third. But down the first run will actually, it's Alcedo who go out to the right, find more wind pressure, a better wind angle, and they get through to lead at the leeward gate, and Alcedo go on to win race 4. Big win for the Italian team. Paprec gets second, and in third place American Magic extend their lead at the top of the table. And the standings for the Rolex TP52 World Championship after 4 races: American Magic Quantum Racing on 9 points, 3 points behind in second are Paprec, and in third Sled on 21 points.
Marin Leroux, onboard reporter, onboard Charal, captured some amazing drone footage during the Course des Caps race. Watch the Charal IMOCA fly over the waves in perfect conditions, pure speed and power from one of the most iconic boats in the fleet. The Banque Populaire du Nord Boulogne-sur-Mer Cape race is a new event on the IMOCA circuit, starting and finishing in Boulogne-sur-Mer. The race, which started on June 29, 2025, with a mixed crew, including women, men, and a media recorder, counts towards the IMOCA Globe Series Championship. Participants covered nearly 2,000 miles around the British Isles over a period of 5 to 8 days. Lou Berthomieu, Tom Dolan, Nicolas Andrieu, a promising crew with Jeremy Bayou for the Cape race. For his return to competition after the Vendée Globe, Jeremy is competing in the Cape race around the British Isles. A challenge he will not face alone, as the race is taking place with a crew and has formed a close-knit team to face it. With the passion of Lou Berthomieu, the knowledge of the terrain of Tom Dolan, the know-how of Nicolas Andrieu and the vision of Marin Leroux, their on-board reporter, the Charal sailing team has all the assets to be among the major players in this race. 60 crews spent race eve at Olympic Marine, poring over rigging, sails, electronics, and provisions, before tackling the 605-mile Aegean 600. Italy's all-female double-handers, Elisabetta Maffei and Alice Baldon, felt ready after a shakedown on 25 Nodi, the fleet's 6.50-meter pocket rocket, while US skipper Chris Hemans assembled a Euro-American squad aboard the Cookson 50, Varuna, to chase his long-held Aegean dream.
We are from Italy, and For us, it's the very first time in the agency, in the Asian 600 race. I dreamed it for 2 years, and finally we are here with my little but strong boat, ready to race with the other big boat. It's very nice because of the sun, the wind, the island, the landscape. So I think it's a very, very beautiful race with a mix of history, sport, weather. It's very nice.
We used to live in California. We're members of St. Francis Yacht Club in San Francisco. So for us, I think talking, for the kids and everybody, I think going around the course, we're really looking forward to it. My oldest daughter, Gray, when she was 14 years old, she went to Honolulu with us. So that she logged over 300 miles on the helm. She's pretty gifted when it comes to offshore. She understands it. She's a collegiate All-American, and so she's a good asset to the boat. Her little sister, Samantha, is the 2022 Youth Match Racing World Champion. And then we have Kira Phelan, my main trimmer's daughter, and she is a rising senior at Bowdoin. And we're just extremely blessed that the both of them are sailing with us as well. And Kira brings loads of talent in boat speed. She's a 470 sailor and a I-420 sailor. And I just think the energy of all three girls, it's awesome. They're great to be around. So we're really blessed.
No, let's just take all the sails up. Yeah, we get up. Load them in the back right now.
Dad, be careful.
He fleet of Figaro 3 yachts of the Marina Militare Nastro Rosa Tour left Cagliari to face the 165 miles that will take them to La Maddalena. This is the penultimate stage of the tour that will end in Genoa on July 11th, where we will discover the winners. In the meantime, the Wasp and Wing categories have started the warm-up in La Maddalena with a lot of enthusiasm and energy and are preparing for their spectacular regattas.
The Nastro Rosa Tour is beautiful and competitive.
Fast, fun, and furious.
Sunny and hot.
Nastro Rosa is amazing.
Fun and different.
Super intense.
Full of experiences and unpredictable.
Good racing and well organized.
As the Rolex TP52 World Championship passed its midway point today in Cascais, Portugal, it is the French underdogs on Paprec, led by ocean racing legend Loic Peyron, which has taken the overall lead as the 2025 season's pinnacle event heads into what promises to be a fabulous weekend of big winds and seas on the Atlantic.
Penultimate day of the Rolex TP52 World Championship. Big day in every sense of the words. We've got 3 races. We've got winds up to 25 knots by the 3rd race. All the pressure's on the French in some senses. They're 2 points clear at the top of the table, leading a regatta for the first time. 7 times world champions, American Magic Quantum Racing, pushing ever so hard in second. But it's super, super close all the way through the standings. Let's go racing. So breeze is a good 20 knots on the start line of race 6, back in the best conditions for Cascais. A good start from American Magic, and Sled go to the left, Paprec go inshore on the right, and it's the left that comes in strong at the top of the upwind. First round is Sled, second American Magic, third rounder Paprec. A good battle between Paprec and American Magic down the run, but through the first leeward gate it's Sled leading from American Magic. Gladiator get up to third, but Paprec get back through them. Through the finish line it's a win for Sled, a big win. Second American Magic, third Paprec, and Paprec and American Magic tied at the top after this race. Second race today, race 7 of the series, 25 knots on the start line, 2.1 mile beat, 325 wind access. Really good start from Platoon Aviation, 1/3 up from the pin end of the line. They'll get to the right along with the Sled and Gladiator early. Round the top mark is a lead for Platoon Aviation with Sled, Gladiator in third. Platoon Aviation extend down the first run, Sled holding second. American Magic have a good run, come through the leeward gate in third. So through the finish line, it's the first win of the regatta for Platoon Aviation, and they're a long way ahead of American Magic Quantum Racing, who take second. Sled in third are really close behind, but American Magic Quantum Racing extend their lead in the regatta. So race number 8 of the regatta, the third race of the day. It's a long windy day, still 22 to 25 knots on the start line. The wind axis is 320. It's all about getting off the start line out to the right. Alcedo and Gladiator good early on. A big right shift on the top part of the first beat. Gladiator get it right, come round the top mark in the lead. Alcedo round in second, the Sled in third. Down the first run will Alcedo jibe set at the mark and make a big gain relative to Gladiator. At the top mark, second time up, both Paprec and American Magic run out of room on port tack. American Magic extricate themselves out of it, but it's difficult for Paprec. They have to go all the way around the back of the fleet. That costs them both dearly. In the meantime, it's a big and emotional win for the Italians on Alcedo Vitamina. Through in second, a good race for Gladiator. Sled get third, and down in 8th are American Magic, Paprec in 10th. And so American Magic finish 5 points clear of Paprec and Sled on the charge. So the leaderboard going into the final day of the Rolex TP52 World Championship, American Magic on top on 27 points, second are Paprec on 32, and third Sled on 36.
After passing the temple's exciting start, the fleet switched to offshore mode. Light winds on the leg towards Miloš put course records out of reach this year, and west of Serifos, the fleet compressed as daylight faded. July 7th, early afternoon, the fleet leaders reached the entrance to the caldera at Santorini. The caldera's shifting breeze rose and fell, dividing the fleet once more, and the fight continues toward the second half of this challenging edition of the race.
And we're off. The Aegean 600 has started.
Many different wind conditions, wave conditions.
Very scenic route.
Aegean 600 has a really good course. We are rounding really beautiful islands.
arriving at Santorini.
Amazing weather and very light winds. Arriving to Santorini, which is like the ultimate destination for any racer cruiser who wants to enjoy the beauty of Greece, but at the same time appreciate the challenges of the Temi, of the Aegean Sea, the currents, the difficulties of approaching this such a mythic island.
Well, it's the second sunset of Allegra's Odyssey version 2 through the Aegean Islands. We've got a beautiful moon rising up behind us there. And as you can see, plenty of boats behind us and actually plenty of boats just forward of us, just here. It's been, this pace we're doing now, this is pretty much how the day's played out. Chucking in a Santorini twist in the middle. So that was, Santorini's always a little bit more stressful than how they advertise it. So for us going in there was a bit of a parking lot and lots of little accelerations. We came out quite all right, surrounded by these guys. A few people have got away on the way down to Kassos down there. We're hoping for a little bit of breeze at the end of this leg. Overall, the sailing's pretty pleasant, but we like it a bit faster. So might be a bit of speed on the corner. We hope so, but meanwhile, we're just rolling straight down the rum line to Kassos.
We are here inside the fog with all the ships that are making. We also use this one for all the ships that are navigating around us.